Greetings, YouTube. I come to you with another project.
Look at this turd. It's ooh, what year is this? I forget. This is like an early 2000s CBR250R. What year is this thing? It actually looks pretty clean. I see a little bit on the exhaust there and a little bit on the fairing, and here we go. To 2011 CBR 250, and it had about 7,000 miles. It don't have a title though. I'm just kind of bored. I was looking for something else to mess around with, and this thing actually looked pretty clean. If it might be worth buying a frame with a title, but I'll probably just get it running for a little beater bike to run around town that I don't have to worry about if it gets stolen or something. Or if you ride like an R6 or an R1 downtown, they're gonna steal it. But yeah, I'm gonna just watch this thing quick and then start going over it. But it looks like it's just been sitting a long time. The tank is dirty. It's not the worst, not the best. But we'll have to go through the fuel system, get a battery, and it should fire up. Okie dokie. Oh, it cleaned up pretty good. I just did it quick.
That was my bad using the wrong bits.
Oh, you're good. Looks pretty nice. We'll do the key. A key. I took the seat off. And we'll just give it a little starter fluid and see if it turns over or pops. Alright, it keyed up. Got power. 7,500 miles. Alright, it turns over. It's alive! So it runs. Alright, all 20 minutes. It's clean and it starts. So yeah, we just got to go through the fuel system. Clean out the tank, see if the fuel pump's any good, or order a new one. Clean out the fuel line and the injector, and same thing. See if you can just clean it out or you need a new one. And we'll just go through it, you know, check the spark plug and the air filter. But cool, got a little beater. Got the carburetor cowboy messing with the red dragon because it was running like poopy. Okay, so we got a wash, hit it with starter fluid, it fired up. So I'm pulling the tank off. I just took the passenger and the rider seat off, and the little trim on either side had to come off, and there was a little, like, another small piece here, but it's ready to come off now. So I'll take this tank off and then start cleaning out the fuel system. This should be nice and easy. Wipe this stuff down in here while it's apart. But it looks good. And we're back 3 days later. I got the old pump out, got all the old fuel, and cleaned out the tank. Cleaned out the fuel lines. I don't know if you can see in there, but the tank's all cleaned up. Got a new fuel pump assembly. We're gonna pop that in there and then clean out the fuel line that goes to the injector, and then we can fill it with fresh gas and see what happens. I think it's gonna work. Okay, new pump is on. We're gonna go back in the garage and stick it back on the bike, see if we can get it to fire up. Okay, we're back in the garage. Tank's on the bike. We got some gas in there. Got the fairings back on. Got my temporary battery. So, let's see what happens. See if we hear the pump. Oh, I heard the pump that time. I'd cycle it a couple times. Let's try and start it. I'm gonna give it a little help with starter fluid to get it going. Starter fluid. Give her a little help. I only put a half a gallon of gas. I might have to get more gas. It's not even registering on the fuel gauge. Yeah, I don't think we're getting enough fuel. I'm gonna go get more gas. See what happens. Back at it again. Added another gallon of fuel. Let's see if the pickup actually reads it. Nice, now we got 3 bars. So it definitely was low. But let's see what happens. Oh, this battery's gonna die before it starts. Yeah, it's like it's not getting the fuel. Hear the pump kicking on. I think that injector's clogged. I'll probably order a new injector. Let the gas sit in there a little bit, see if it... You'll take this battery out, put it on charge, and order a new injector. No bueno. Back at it again. Messing with this big motorbike. 250 cc's. Woo! So I went to start this the other day with the new fuel pump. I heard the fuel pump coming on. Still wouldn't start, but it would start with starter fluid. So I'm gonna pull this tank back off. Make sure that the pump is pumping fluid, and if I know I got fuel coming that far, then we're gonna look at that injector. I'm gonna put 12 volts right to the injector to hear if it clicks, to see if it's still working or not. And then I'll go from there. See what we got. All right, we got the tank off, well not off, we got it propped up. Got a battery hooked up. Everything's still connected to the tank. All I did was disconnect the pressure side of the fuel line that goes to the injector. I disconnected it from the injector, and I just keyed it up once to see what was happening. And I can tell by the fuel that just came out of this line that's still old varnish gas. So the injector is stuck closed. The injector isn't opening. But I'll show you. Like I said, battery's hooked up, everything's hooked up, just the tank is propped up so you can get access on it. So key on, when I hit the kill switch, this thing is gonna shoot some gas in there for 3 seconds. Getting plenty of fuel, nice clean fuel out of there. So, with seeing this, so if you got the gas tank cleaned out, new fuel pump, now that fuel line is cleared out, and it's only starting with starter fluid, you know, obviously that injector isn't firing. So one thing I'll do before I take that injector out is I'm gonna look at a fuse diagram to see if there's a separate fuse just for the injector. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the plug off the injector, and I'm gonna put 12 volts right to the injector to hear if it clicks. Like there's a little magnet in there that moves. So when you tap it with 12 volts, it should click, you know. You don't want to keep it on there for long, just quick, you know. You'll hear it tap up and down. And the other thing is if it's kind of frozen in place from being gummed up with all the varnish, sometimes you can kind of shock it back to life. And if not, I'll pull the injector, try to clean it. If I can salvage it, if it looks any good, we will. If not, we'll replace it because it's not an expensive part. Just have to wait a couple more days for it. But I'm going to take a look at this injector and we'll get back. Okie dokie. Let's see if I can get this in there where you can see it. So there's the fuel injector, and I have one wire. There's 2 metal tabs in there. So I got one on the negative, one on the positive. Make sure they don't touch. And then we're gonna come back here. I got a battery from my TTR 110 I could use real quick. Okie dokie. So we got a wire to each tab on that injector. So let's hook negative to negative. And let's just tap positive and hope it don't spark. So we got all this gas over here. Ooh, you hear that? It didn't click at first, but now it is. Let me get this camera closer. Be very, very quiet. Hear that click? That's injector pulse. That injector, it's probably all gummed up, but if we can get fuel to start passing through it, it'll probably clean itself out. Let's pop the fuel line back on and see if she fires up. Well, let's put the plug back on too. Put the plug back on the injector. Let's put the fuel line back on the injector. She's tight in there. What the hell is going on here? Sonny Jim? I can't get my hands in there. I don't feel taking the fairing off. Oop, almost lost the tank. Okay, now what? Oh, there we go. Is that it? No, that ain't on. That ain't on there. There it goes. Woo, buddy. Hot diggity dang, Sonny Jim. All right, what do y'all think? Is she going fire? Is it going run? I don't know. Will we find out before? I need to wash my hands. All right, so we got this thing all primed up. Let's see what happens. Hot dang. Prime it up. Oh, you saw that? That's with no sauce either. That's just the fuel that's in there. It's gonna go. I'm gonna just get it going with the starter fluid. And then I bet you it'll finally idle on its own, I think. Woo! Guess who got a running bike? Boy, was that easy. I was being lazy in the beginning. I should have just checked that injector to start, but sometimes less is more. On a bike like this where it's got no title and this bike like this, I kind of just buy for fun when I'm bored. It'll be a good little beater bike to ride around town. Just something to mess around, have some fun, and then just sell it, and I'll pretty much just get paid for my time. But a bike like this, if it had a title, you could triple your money. But these are the best bikes, in my opinion, to buy. This thing's super clean looking. It just had, the gas was bad from sitting, and the battery was bad. So I got a new battery, cleaned out the tank, and I replaced the fuel pump. And in all honesty, the fuel pump, if you were tight on cash, you can actually take it apart, clean it, and see if it still is any good. But on these, I bought an aftermarket one. It was like 50 bucks. I just swapped it out. I had it out to clean the tank anyway, so there we go. Got a running bike. I think I spent as much time cleaning this as I did to get it running. I mean, I got a couple hours into it, a half a day top. All right, we're rocking and rolling now. I got this all back together. Unfortunately, it's raining here in Vegas, so we're not going to go for a test ride tonight. Maybe in the morning. It looks pretty good though. Got a little scrape on the exhaust there. A little scratch here. A couple little scratches on the graphics, but other than that, this thing's pretty dang clean. Put the new battery in. 7,500 miles. Ooh, you hear that fuel pump?